What's up, everyone? I saw a couple for co-parenting the other day, and their anger was so palpable. I thought I'd make a video on 3 keys to handling anger in co-parenting. So stay tuned. So the first key is this: don't talk and argue in front of your children. It's not okay. It's not okay to be really angry and heated in front of your children. Here's the thing: your children are watching you constantly, and they're learning by watching you. So you might have a very logical, rational argument in your mind, and you might think, well, I'm just giving a clear, rational argument in front of my children, but actually what your children are hearing is both of their parents, whom they love, being really angry, and that's all they hear from it. So they're not going to hear the minutia of the logical argument you have in your mind. So be very mindful not to argue in front of your children. The second key is this: don't try to rally other people to hate the other parent as much as you do. Look, being in relationships can be very passionate and powerful. And then when you break up, the same amount of passion that you put into loving someone can go into hating that person. That's why Ben Harper says in one of his songs, great lovers make great enemies. So you're really angry at the other parent, and you might have really wonderful reasons to be really angry at that person. Maybe there are justifiable reasons that that person, hurt you, and so you're really angry at that person. But here's the thing: when you try to rally your friends and family to be equally as angry, what you're really doing is saying, I'm hurt, and I don't know what to do with all this hurt, so I want everybody else to feel this too. I want the whole world to see this person the way I see this person. But here's the reality: someone can be really ineffective in a relationship, but really effective in other relationships. So maybe in their romantic relationship, specifically in the relationship with you, maybe that person was just awful. They just weren't good at all. But that doesn't mean that they can't be effective in other relationships or do other things that are positive for the world. So trying to rally everyone else to feel the way you do comes from a place of hurt. You want everyone else to verify that this person really hurt you. So you try to get everyone to hate them as much as you hate them. But that's not effective, and it's not helping. I promise you, it's not helping. What helps is to recognize that this person hurt you and own that. And yeah, they hurt me. They hurt me badly. And I don't like this person. I don't want to ever be in a relationship with them. But if you're a co-parent, it's important not to try to rally a whole bunch of others to feel the same way you do. The reality is you can't anyway. Most people will say, wow, she's really upset, or he's really upset at that person, but they're not going to feel the same way you do. The third key to handling anger in co-parenting is this: be mindful to have your children speak positively about the other parent. In other words, by not fueling your children's perception of anger toward the other parent, you are really, in a way, creating yourself to be a safe space for your children, and you're helping them see that just because that other parent wasn't effective in a relationship doesn't mean that they can't be effective parents. Now, ultimately, that's difficult for many people to do. The couple I just saw, that was extraordinarily difficult for them to do. The one person in the relationship, she had cheated on the other person, and it hurt him tremendously. But here's the deal: by putting the other parent down, by not letting the other parent talk positively and not having your children talk positively about the other parent, you're only hurting your children. When you are a parent, that comes first. That comes first. That means, yes, you might be hurt in your relationship. You have a right to not be in that relationship. You have a right to be angry at the other person for whatever that person did, but you don't have a right to rally your children to feel the same emotional pain that you feel because that person wasn't effective in the relationship. Relationships are intense, they're passionate, and with that comes a lot of emotion. But be mindful that your children and being a parent is a separate kind of energy than the energy you put into a relationship. So don't argue in front of the children. Don't try to rally other people to feel the way you do about the other parent, and make sure that you help your children to speak positively about that other parent, because more than anything, we want our children to have positive relationships with both parents, no matter what it is that they did in the relationship. We want them to be positive when it comes to the parenting connection that they have. Co-parenting is difficult. There's a lot of hurt that goes along with relationships that didn't work. But I think probably the most important thing you can ever do is put parenting above any of the relationship stuff. So when it comes to your children and directly interacting with them, make sure you put parenting first.